So Jesse Waters recently had a segment on his show on Fox, where he was basically, highlighting some of the left's violence. And I want to talk about this because, of course, the left always tries to make it seem and sound as if it's the people on the right, us, who are always the violent ones, who are always the mean and nasty and terrible ones. And obviously they always harken back to J6, which is like the only instance they have, right? Because if there were all of these instances, we would have videotapes of them all. But I want to talk about this because I think this is a very important topic, especially in light of what has recently happened. The left is just increasing their violence, and it's time we talk about it. So with that being said, let's dive in.
So the summer of love is back, and we haven't even made it to Memorial Day. In the last few months, a healthcare exec was assassinated outside his hotel. Teslas started getting firebombed, IVF clinics torched. Oh, and they even tried to burn down Governor Shapiro's house in Pennsylvania. What do they all have in common? They're all leftists, and they're not mostly peaceful. Overnight, a young couple in Washington was executed in cold blood. Two Israeli diplomats who were in love were gunned down, leaving a Jewish museum. The assassin fired several times. After the victims fell to the ground, videos showed the gunman leaning in and firing several more times. As one of them crawled away, the shooter fired again, reloaded, and then shot even more rounds into her body.
Sickening.
The suspect was arrested on the scene and went berserk.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
Witnesses say
sick.
before this guy was arrested, security accidentally let him into the museum, thinking he was a victim. And people inside had no idea they were face to face with a killer.
My thought was, this poor man experienced a shooting. Do you need water? I looked the killer in the eyes and said, can I get you water? He said, yes, that would be great. And I walked to get it to him, and I literally handed it off. Unbeknownst to me, moments ago, this man had execution style killed two people, not one shot, we're talking multiple gunshots. And I looked evil right in the eye, and there he was. And seconds after I handed him the water, he brandishes the keffiyeh, yells Free Palestine, and then he's apprehended, and that's how it all unfolded.
So who was this guy? Elias Rodriguez from Chicago. He's 31 and a former member of the Socialism Liberation Party. He's a BLMer and a Biden donor. Reports say on social media, Rodriguez praised Luigi Mangione, the United Healthcare assassin. Neighbors thought something was up.
On the outside of his door, there's a Hello Kitty sign. I mean, he seemed like a normal, friendly guy. There is a picture in his window. Have you seen it? It's a picture of the Palestinian child who was stabbed to death. And that gave me the impression that they were very, very sensitive people, especially about the issue of Palestine.
Just hours ago, tactical teams raided the assassin's apartment. And as we speak, police are combing through a manifesto he published right before the bloodshed. It's reportedly filled with pro-Hamas propaganda. Reports say this assassin posted death to America and death to Israel. He also says, I voted for Hamas. Here's Pam Bondi.
We'll be doing everything in our power to keep all citizens safe, especially tonight our Jewish community. We will follow the facts, we will follow the law, and this defendant, if charged, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Now, the New York Times says the FBI is still seeking a motive. Motive? I think everybody knows what the motive is. CNN says it's Trump's fault.
One of my main concerns in the current administration is the fact that so many resources are being diverted to immigration enforcement. And that is a priority of this administration, and that's their prerogative. But at the same time, if they are drawing down resources from counterterrorism.
These people are sick, man. These people are sick. After a tragic situation like that, you turn and, oh, well, it's because the Trump administration. They're taking away resources. Oh, my goodness. What? How about you and your party stop with the Trump Hitler, the Trump taking away everything from you rhetoric? Because it's BS. They did this the first time Trump was president. They did it the first time. Well, Trump's a dictator. Trump this, Trump that. He was never a dictator. Never. Dictators don't leave office. Last time I checked, Trump left. He left, unfortunately, right? Because we experienced 4 years of just utter catastrophe, right? To say the least. But man, this stuff is getting out of hand, man. And listen, can anybody explain to me, like genuinely, where the hate or the dislike, disdain for Jewish people came from? Like, I never knew about it until, like, obviously, you know, getting into videos, and obviously you hear stories about this and about that, but like, where did that come from? You know, like, I'm just confused, you know? I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care if you're black, you're white, you're blue, you're purple, tall, short, fast, skinny, but like, to target somebody simply because, like, I don't know. That's weird to me. So can anybody explain it to me? Please. I'm honestly curious to know. Let's hop back in.
Liberals are opening the borders and shooting Jews, and CNN's blaming Trump for dropping the ball. CNN called Trump Hitler, but in this case, they don't want to rush to conclusions.
What I saw in his eyes, I mean, I went to Columbia for grad school, and I saw the same thing in his eyes as I saw in the eyes of all the protesters at Columbia. Nothing different between him and them.
But they did not create this horrific shooting. They did not, you know, they didn't shoot.
They gave permission, and they have called for this. They have called for Intifada revolution, which is the same thing he yelled last night.
Do you worry that there will be a conflation, though, of the two?
A conflation? I mean, they are calling for Intifada. At Columbia University, they call for Intifada constantly.
Liberals are chanting, kill the Jews, and then someone does. And CNN says one thing has nothing to do with the other. Some liberal darlings in the media are giving the shooter kudos, saying the victim had it coming.
This guy was a monster. He was a monster. He was a monster representing a foreign adversarial government currently conducting a Holocaust. And they want us to feel sorry for him. Even if I hadn't looked at his profile, I would have said that representatives of a genocidal country should not feel safe in America, because we're supposed to stand in opposition to that. And now, having seen it, good riddance. This guy was a monster.
So according to the left's logic, because I'm sure she's a Kamala Harris voter, according to her logic, her line of thinking, it is okay for somebody on the right to pine box somebody on the left because they support the pine boxing of other individuals. Because she said it was fine that gentleman got put 6 feet in the dirt because there's I think she said a Holocaust going on overseas. But what about here on American soil? You're promoting and happy about the pine boxing, putting people 6 feet in the dirt because you disagree with them. So is it okay that we then pine box you because you're promoting the killing of people? Like, that line of thinking is crazy. Oh yeah, I need to pine box you because I disagree with you. What? That is so ignorant, so stupid. What? We can't just simply disagree? We have to now put each other 6 feet in the dirt for what? For what? Like, this is silly talk, man. And this is why this needs to be addressed. This needs to be addressed. Like, this is crazy. Crazy. Something's got to be done about this because it's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. And Democrat politicians, they cover for it. They run cover for this stuff. Y'all remember when Chuck Schumer was asked about people being assaulted because they were driving Teslas? All of a sudden, he had nothing to say. Absolutely zero. But let that be somebody on the right, right? If that were folks on the right that were doing something, oh, he'd be a blabbering, you know, in front of the camera. Hakeem Jeffries with his pregnant pauses would be in front of the camera. Oh, the MAGA extremists. They're terrorizing American citizens. Y'all remember Maxine Waters, one of the wicked witches of the West, talked about, and when you see them in public, you let them know, or you push up against them and you let them know that they are not welcome here anymore, or whatever she said. Now just imagine if Trump said that. Would they have been radio silent on it? Nah, they'd run that 24/7. 24/7. How many times did you see or hear any of these mainstream media news networks condemn what Maxine Waters said? None. Not a single one. Carry on.
This morning, Omar wouldn't even condemn the murder.
Congresswoman Omar, can I get your reaction to the shooting that happened in D.C. last night?
I'm gonna go for now.
This is the same squad that called us dangerous. Remember, Jazzy Crockett said Republicans were the terrorists.
Y'all got the white supremacists galore, okay? Like all of them. You got the Proud Boys, you got the neo-Nazis. You have people that literally should be classified as domestic terrorists, because a lot of times that is what they are doing. They're engaging in domestic terrorism, and guess what? They all align with your side inherently in like who you are. Y'all are violent. Like y'all, and most of your violence has to do with people that's got a little bit of melanin.
The right isn't burning cars.
Okay, I'm sick of this. So to Jasmine Crockett, Ghetto Crockett, show me the videos of all of these right-wing extremists burning down buildings, looting establishments, assaulting people, putting people 6 feet in the dirt, terrorizing communities. Show me these videos. Show me. You can't. They don't exist, because we on the right will call you the fuck out. We'll call you out. Those folks that were marching, trying to the left would say, oh, those are MAGA voters with the mask over their face. Y'all remember, because I made several videos on them. Those folks that will march in the cities with the mask and everything, they're covering their faces. I'm like, those are not Trump voters. We will show our face. If we got something to say, we're going to bring it to your front door. We're going to say it to your face with no mask. You're going to see who we are. We don't hide. That's something that the left does. We see it all the time. They all cover their faces. Same thing with those folks who were pretending to be right-wing extremists, right? We'll call you out. And y'all all agreed. Like, yeah, bro, no, we don't support that. We ain't rocking with that. Take your mask off. Show me your face. Stand on what it is that you're saying. So that's a bunch of nonsense, to say that there's a bunch of right-wing extremism. Like, show me the videos. Show me the clips. Show me the footage. If there is footage, I would condemn it immediately, okay? And everybody watching would do the same thing too. But when it comes to the left, they never do it, and we just saw Ilhan Omar do it right there in our face. They ain't got nothing to say. So it's a bunch of nonsense. But we can show you videos of the left being violent. We can show you videos of the left burning down cities, looting buildings, rioting, putting people 6 feet in the dirt. We can show you those videos. But you can't show the videos of us, but yet we're the violent ones. How does that make sense? Silly, man. Silly. Anyway, y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in as always. Peace and love. I'm out.